Assalamu alaikum students. Today we discuss about the fuzzy implication. What are the fuzzy implications? First we define it. A fuzzy implication is a map this is a map from 0 1 square interval to 0 1, because we are discussing about the fuzzy numbers. So here we mention that our domain is 0 1 cross 0 1 and our range is also 0 1. So a fuzzy implication is a map 0 1 square to 0 1 satisfying satisfying this table. Here we have 1 0, here is the table, here again we have 1 and 0. There is the fuzzy implication. So in this table, if we apply the fuzzy implication, we see that 1 0 is 0, 1 implication 0 is 0, otherwise all are 1 in this table. So if these conditions are satisfied, then we say that this is a fuzzy implication. This map is called fuzzy implication. If we apply these fuzzy implications, we see that if we apply fuzzy implication, for example, 1 implies 1, then what will the answer? 1 implies 1 means answer is 1. Now we apply 0 implies 1, we again get answer 1. And when we apply 0 implies 0, then again we get the answer is 1. From this table we can see that if we apply 0 with 0, then we get 1. When we apply 0 implication 1, we get 1. 1 implies 1, we get 1. But if we apply implication 1 to 0, then our answer will be 0. So this is the basic definition of fuzzy implication. If these four conditions are satisfied, then we say that this map is a fuzzy implication. Okay. Now we see the next R implication. What is R implication? An R implication is a map. An R implication is a map. This implication from again 0 1 interval square to 0 1. Such that if we apply the implications x on x and y, that means x implication y, this is called R implication, x x r implication y is equal to max of z belongs to 0 1 interval, any fuzzy number, such that x delta z is less than equal to y. If this condition satisfies, then we say that it is an R implication. This condition max of it can be written in this way also. We can write it in this way: max of z belongs to 0 1 such that x delta z is less than equal to y, where x, y and z are fuzzy numbers. Delta is t norm and this is max t norm. Max is a function. Now we see that what is 1 implies 1. Now we check that either this R implication is an implication, we will prove that it is an implication. So we show that what is 1 1. So we solve it. Here we find it will be maximum of z belong. We apply this formula. This upper for the x implies y is equal to max of z belongs 0 1 such that x delta z is less than equal to y. This is the definition of R implication. We apply it on x and y, and here we see that z belongs to 0 1 interval such that 1 delta z is less than equal to 1, because here x is 1 and y is also 1, then 1 delta z is less than equal to 1. And we see that if we apply 1 delta z is always z from t norm, we know that, so it can be written in this way: maximum of z belongs to 0 1 such that 1 delta z is less than equal to 1. So it means all the numbers, there is no condition of z, so z is any number between 0 and 1. So it means z is all the numbers from 0 to 1. Now we take a max of interval 0 to 1, we will get max of z belongs to 0 1. So all the numbers are z, and we see that it will be 1, because maximum number between interval 0 and 1 is 1. So this shows that 1 implication 1 is equal to 1. Now we see that what is 1 implication 1 R implication 0. If we apply R implication on 1, that maximum of z belongs to 0 1 interval such that x is 1, so it means 1 delta z should be less than equal to 0. So we will take any number z, take number z that if we apply it with 1, t norm with 1, it should be less than 0 or equal to 0. So there is no number other than 0, that 1 delta 0 is 0. So it means the value of z is 0. So maximum of z we will get 0. So maximum of 0 we will get 0. This implies 1 implication 0 we will get answer 0. This shows that. Similarly, now we apply 0 implication to 0. Now we see that what is the answer. Again we apply the same formula of R implication. We will get maximum of z belongs to 0 1 interval such that 0 delta z is less than equal to 0. So if we take any number z here, z can be 1, z can be 0, z can be 0.5, we will take any number z is equal to 1, then again 0 delta 1 is 0. So it means it has all the numbers from 0 to 1. So maximum of z belongs to 0 1, where 0 1 is any number between 0 and 1. So maximum number between 0 and 1 is again 1. So this shows that 0 or implication 0 is equal to 1. Now we apply lastly we apply 0 implication 1. We check that what is 0 implication, 0 or implication 1. We will find its answer. We will see that maximum of z belongs to 0 1 such that 0 delta z, it is less than equal to 0. Here x is also 0, sorry, it is less than equal to 1. It should not be 0. So here x is 0 and y is 1, so 0 delta z is less than equal to 1. Here we again see that 0 delta z, if we take any number z, if we take 1 in place of z, we will get that 0 delta 1 is again 0, which is less than 1. So z can be any number between 0 and 1. So maximum z and 0 1 is again 1. So this shows that 0 implication 0 or implication 1 is again equal to 1. So these all conditions satisfied, that only one r implication 0, only one r implication 0 is, this is the one r implication 0 is 0, otherwise all are 1. So it shows that this r implication is fuzzy implication as well. So r implication is fuzzy implication as well. We will take some examples of it, this r implication, and we'll find it, we'll check it. We get a formula as well, that if we apply x r implication y, we will see that it is basically maximum of z belongs to 0 1 interval such that z delta x is less than equal to y. So if we see that if x is less than equal to y, then z is less than equal to 1. If we apply t norms, we are taking two inequalities and we apply the fourth condition of t norm, we will see that x delta z is less than equal to y. X delta z is less than equal to y, because x delta z is equal to y delta 1 and y delta 1 is y. So it means that x delta z is less than equal to y. So this condition also holds for r implication, is also held by the formula of t norm. Now we see some examples. For example, we will take example 1 to calculate the r implication. If we take x delta y is equal to mean of xy, mean of xy can also be written as x and y. Now we take its r implication. In this case, x r implication y is equal to max of z belongs to 0 1 interval such that mean of xy, because here we are taking x delta y, so x delta y is in our case x mean of xy, this should be less than y. So it shows that there are two conditions, because if x is less than equal to y, if x is less than equal to y, then we will get answer 1. X is less than or equal to y. If x is strictly greater than y, then it will be, if x is strictly greater than, then we will get y. Answer is y. Here we are taking mean of xz, sorry, we are applying formula. this is x delta z is less than equal to y, so we will get mean of x z is less than equal to y. So this condition holds for this our first example. Now we see the second example. Now we are taking example 2. In example 2 we are taking t norm x delta y is equal to x multiplied by y. This is also t norm. We will see that if we apply t norm on this, x implies x r implication y, we will get maximum of z belongs to 0 1 such that mean of, sorry, it is not mean, it is multiplication. X delta z means x into z is less than equal to y, because we are applying here x delta z is less than equal to y. It will become x z is less than equal to y. So this condition shows that this implication x r implication y is equal to 1 if x is less than and equal to y, and it is y over x if x is greater than y. So this is our case. Here if we find the value of z, we will see that z is less than y over x. So for in case of x greater than y, we will get the case y over x. We are finding this value here from here, because this we know that x less than equal to y, it is always 1. But if x is greater than y, the first value, first number x is greater than to y, then we will have y is y over x. Now we see our third example. It will clear the concept as well. Example 3. Here we are taking the t norm x delta y is equal to max of zero comma x plus y minus 1. We are taking this t norm. Now we again apply the r implication on it. X r implication y is equal to max of z belongs to 0 1 such that x delta z is less than equal to y. So we can write it in this way: maximum of z belongs to 0 1 interval such that maximum value of 0 comma x plus y minus 1 is less than y. If we see that the maximum value of this, if we solve this t norm, we see that maximum of 0 and x plus y minus 1 will always be this. So we will get x plus y minus 1 should be less than y. Oh sorry, if we apply x delta z, then it will be x plus z minus 1. It will be x plus z minus 1. So x plus z minus 1 is less than equal to y. We find the value of z. We get that z is less than equal to y minus x plus 1. So it means if x is less than y, then z should be, then our t norm, then our r implication will be y minus x plus 1. So it means that x implication, x r implication y is equal to 1 if x is less than equal to y, and y minus x plus 1 in case of x is greater than y, strictly greater than y. Then we say that this r implication is fine. So to find the value for x is greater than y, we will use this inequality. We directly solve the here and find the value of z, and we will put here other values 1. Okay. Now we have one more example. uh, Basically we have a theorem. This theorem shows that let delta be an Archimedean T-norm. Delta be Archimedean T-norm. Archimedean T-norm. And F is generator of T-norm. And F is generator of T-norm. Then X implication Y and X implication Y is equal to F inverse of F of Y divided by F of X min of 1. So we solve it here, and to prove this theorem, since we know that X delta Y is equal to F inverse of F of X into F of Y union F of 0. We apply this T-norm here. Now we calculate X R implication Y, which is equal to again max of Z belongs to 0 1 interval such that X delta Z is less than equal to Y. So we apply, we get maximum of Z belongs to 0 1 interval such that we apply here, we get F inverse of F of X into F of Z union F of 0, and it is less than equal to Y, where we know that F is a map from 0 1 to A1. So this implies A is between 0 and 1, but A is strictly less than 1. Now if we solve it, we see that in this implication we know that F inverse of F of Z into F of X union F of 0 is less than equal to Y. We will take Y on the right side, we apply F on both sides, we will get F of Z into F of X union F of 0 is less than equal to F of Y, but F of 0 is equal to A, so we get F of Z into F of X union A is less than equal to F of Y, but in our case A is 0, so we will take it, so max with 0 is nothing, so we get F of Z into F of X is less than equal to F of Y. Again we have F of Z is less than equal to F of Y divided by F of X, so we get Z is less than equal to F inverse of F of Y divided by F of X, and we can take its mean with 1 as well. So this is our required answer. We see that here we find that X implication Y, R implication Y is equal to f inverse of f of y divided by f of x and 1. So here is the proof. In this way we can solve the next theorems as well. Thank you very much.